Apa yang berat om? Tinggi ya berat nih. Tinggi ya keras nih kayaknya nih. Ah, Pato nih oh. 19 tahun nih kayak Mas Ao 19 tahun. Nggak ada passing-passingnya nih orang. Jumping ngapain? Booster drafting apa nih? Striker instinct. Nggak tahu ya. Tahu nggak namanya? Lupa. Skill satu doang. Ini patong dari ini om. Kasih syuting apa kasih apa ya? Fantastika. Striker instinct kan? Akselerasinya 103. Oh sih. Striker insting. Bisa ya. Langsung nih. Kalau dikasih terobosan langsung. Acir ya ini. Janganlah kebanyakan 103 buat apa ya? Lebih kiamat. Kasih dribble lah. Hmm. Kasih gamemanship. Ini kayaknya cakep nih. Double touch, scissor fence, soul control, flip flop. Aduh, butuh flip flop ini dia nih. Asik. Degia. Oke. Attacking goalkeeper. Coba push yuk. Tes push yuk. Pak Irfan kan. Pato. Seribu koin aja guys, tadi dapat Pato guys. 1000 koin dapat Pato. Tapi aku pengen Adriano sama oke nih Adriano. Aduh, kalau enggak gol pitcher Alessandro Del Piero itu jarang terjadi itu, sumpah. Del Piero gol pitcher itu sih.
Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition.
Itu pakai bismillah dulu, so, terus janji dulu nggak tackle sama Konami, baru dikasih. Kamu tackle itu mah berapa kali kasih Konami.
So Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide. Is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have
the numerical advantage. Belum ada filterisasi ya.
It's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try
belum
to
keluar ya.
Get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Baru dibilangin masalah.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Pato! And that's caused a worry or two.
Alexander Pato certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
That's good running with the ball.
Belum ada filter ya?
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Kan katanya yang update besar ya.
So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Not an easy choice to pick out one, but I'll go for Alexandre Pato because he can register some spectacular goals, and there aren't too many who can match him for straight line pace whilst keeping control of the ball. So yeah, he's got to be a considerable danger.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. De Jong. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And it's Thuram. Crosses it in here. Pato is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Now, can they get him away? He's got away.
Oh, great feat, that.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Milan with the corner, they're first. Messi goes short. Skims one in. Nicely aimed pass. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pato. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. So we're still where we started right now. Bruno Fernandes. Pedri conjures time and space where few can.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Pato. The pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nicked it back promptly. Endrick. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. De Jong. And it's Messi. Dink through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Some really good ball movement. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Vitinha tries to play it through. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Thuram. To Maldini. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Great vision. That's a shade optimistic. Roberto Carlos. De Jong. Quality ball. Looking for the run. Ferdinand makes the interception. Vitinha. Now it's Messi. Thuram is... and we hit half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And this is Pato. And it's Vitinha. De Jong. Roberto Carlos. Šeško. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well seen.
Pato,
Saw
iya
that
Danu,
coming.
Pato
He
dapat
read
Danu
that
1000
really
poin.
well and stopped it.
De Jong. And it's Messi.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more.
Wangi akun
Defenders
tuh yang
popping
ini
up
dan
in these positions. Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And that's out of reach. Vitinha. And it's Maldini. Here's Chouameni. Vitinha. And it's Thuram. Referee's given a throw. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Pedri. Bruno Fernandes. This is De Jong. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. This looks promising. He is through here. Courtois claims comfortably.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Thuram. Maldini gets across to intercept that. Now it's Pato. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Šeško. Bruno Fernandes is having a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And it's Roberto Carlos. De Jong.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hey,
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Thuram. Pedri wins the duel this time. Now it's Messi. Now it's Pato. That has been cut short. Roberto Carlos. Well, they can break here. That ball looks a good one. Now that's well seen too.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Pato. And here's Endrick.
Milan clearly are pushing for...
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul.
jelas.
Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Kamu yang ngajarin aku sih Mas Alko, jadi aku ikut-ikutan tuh. Sila pelajaran arahin kayak gini.
Substitution.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Pedri. Pull it.
Hey,
Squeeze it through.
pas ini.
De Jong.
Itu benar.
It's Hendrick. Can he get it through? Played into space out wide.
When you're struggling for numbers, you try to create that defensive compactness and conserve energy, but fatigue begins to play a much bigger role, and it may well yet make all the difference here.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bruno Fernandes. Good ball, good take.
Masa.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Alvin menang.
Caicedo. There he goes, motoring forward.
Ayo, Bang Dodo.
And the keeper's given it away. And he shoots!
Itu sudah.
He's put through his own net.
Cantik lah.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Kenapa gol dibantuin? Ini squad begini lihat tuh. Penyerangnya maju mundur serang aja bang. Mutar. Backnya itu rusak. 5-6 backnya. Gitu.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference. Vissel Kobe really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, well played, lovely. Lovely bit of skill. Hendrick stood his ground strongly. Well, that is one way to stop him. De Jong, Messi. And the referee brings it to a close. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes...
Oke, oh dapat koin lagi ya, bisa kita gacha lagi dong. Wih, ranking 1. Masa aku ranking 1 lihat Mas. Ranking 1 loh. Enggak deh. Turun. Turun ranking 1. Apa yang dikurangin ya? Udah pasti jelek banget tuh. Kicking powernya kayak Nema, kayak itu apa namanya? Oke. Ini 9491. Oh, divisi 3 ini rank 1. Nico. Farman.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Our understanding is that it's going to be a 3-6-1 formation.
Well, what tends to happen with a puzzling-looking formation like this is that two of the more creative midfielders take up slightly inverted attacking roles to make it a simpler 3-4-3 setup, or indeed 3-4-2-1. That's what should unfold here. At the moment, I admit, it does look a little strange.
Mateus. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Who else but Lionel Messi? I don't need to tell anyone what he's capable of. Some critics don't rate him as the best player on the planet. That's because the Argentinian, for me, is on a different planet.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Thuram. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Edmilson. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Howson. Rijkaard. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. It's a sharp pass. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. First quarter of an hour gone. That's been slipped through. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Mateus unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Endrick. He's onside. It's Pato off the post. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. No goals as yet. Saliba. Rijkaard. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Raul. Defending of the desperate variety. That is ending up in no man's land. Now then, the ball's come loose. Pass somewhat off target. And that's been won straight back. And it's Palmer. Azar. Edmilson. Great vision. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Mateus. Mateus. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And the shot! And it's a goal! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Neymar. Now it's Messi. Gives it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
So what can they make of this? Mateus can see things others simply cannot. A lot of space ahead of him. Produces a cross. Edmilson. Pato. It's Seedorf. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Might want to be careful there.
Endrick was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hazard. Rice. Mateus. Howson. Back towards the middle. Raul. Mateus has created one goal already. Played back in, and that's not going to reach. Azar. Mateus demonstrating his defensive quality there. Rijkaard. Some really good ball movement. Oh, well played, well played. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played.
Iya kan, spot assist kan, bola-bola angkat gitu. Konami, apa tahu filternya ini.
And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
Yeah.
Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Astaga.
Mateus.
Astaga.
Looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Merah dia. Sama merah. Enggak ya?
That pass isn't the best. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Neymar. Neymar. That's tidy.
That was lovely, that.
He is through here. And a chance! It's
Yeah.
loose now and they want to get it back.
Okay.
Azar. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Now it's Messi.
Ya,
It's a promising build-up, this,
itu, Bang.
plenty of really nice
Ekor
passing.
aja, Bang.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pato shoots!
Hmm.
He's got a goal! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Pato.
Milan have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Wih.
Mateus
Saya juga.
showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Needs the return pass. Opts for safety. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mateus. Now it's Messi. Messi. Messi! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Substitution on the field, number 20.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Raul. Coming on the field, number 21, Erdegaard. Number 17, Donadoni.
Milan
Substitution in
are, of
progress.
course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Messi. That's an excellent interception. Conte. Now it's Messi. That has not gone well. Mateus is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. And Mateus. That's been cut out, well played. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And Messi!
Wih, tak.
Thuram gets it away.
Masa sih?
He's had a shot!
Masa sih?
It's in!
Dikasih.
And they get themselves in front! That is a
Oh.
super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball.
Capek
And
deh, Bang.
splendid authority in the finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Capek dia, Bang. Kasih
Well, this
gol.
could be danger here. Messi, little pass back. Oh, that's superb. It's a threatening ball. Caught offside that time.
Hiroshima surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Not the most accurate pass.
Iya.
Saliba. Now it's Messi. Played out to the right. And he's picked it up out wide. Donadoni.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Played into the box.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Milan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Enak banget
That
sama Dembele.
interception
Siapa Pato ya?
was most
Pato
necessary.
kurang.
It's great
Sumpah.
positioning, so good from him.
Dembele.
Oh,
Hiroshima
jujur-jujuran aja ya.
that two-goal cushion, but it
Katanya
wasn't
sih,
to be. Still, they should be able to see it
aduh,
out from here.
katanya sih Del Piero-nya yang gacor, Om
Now it's
Danu.
Messi. Now it's
Kalau
Donadoni.
enggak
Well, it's a
Adriano.
move of great
Ini
promise,
kurang
but will it really
apa
prove
ya?
productive?
Now there's a fine ball. Oh, that's Messi! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well
Annoying
enough.
ya. Aku kadang
Better
kalau
look next
ketemu
time, maybe.
lawan smart assist gini masih annoying gitu ya.
Nielsen. Oh, good read.
That was well played,
Del
well
Piero
stopped.
iya Del
Now it's
Piero.
Neymar.
Goal picture yang itu loh.
Mateus. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Donadoni.
Tuh,
Ferdinand.
tackle-tacklean gitu.
At Nielsen. Now it's Endrick. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's well positioned here.
Anjay.
Conte. And that will be it. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area, but the centre of their defence looked open.
Enak Danu. Nih. Apa karena aku duetin sama Hendrik ini ya? Coba aku duetin sama yang tinggi deh. Aku duetin sama yang tinggi coba ya. Kalau nggak bisa bilang. Enak, kurang kayak gitu. Oke, kalau masuk lah. Soalnya kebanyakan itu Banyak kan jadi larinya ngebut banget ya Danu ya. Berapa kira-kira akselerasinya harusnya? Oh, jadi Kak Danu, tunggu tuh. Ini belum ada filter-filterannya di sini Danu ya. Filter smart assist gitu. Belum ada ya. Gini doang. Nanti di sini ada nih smart assist, no smart assist gitu. Males ketemu anak cross platform tuh. Banyak kan smart assist. Karena anak baru kan. Offin dulu ah. Ini punya kelas-kelas ya. Skill lah, kita butuh skill di sini. Sepatu di sini. Kita tes Pato nih, racikan baru dan iya lah.
$7.5 million into its protocol technology, but that's not the only reason its shares popped more by more than 18% yesterday. Joining me now to share more is John DeSimone. He's the CFO of Herbalife. John, welcome to NYSE Live.
Oh, thank you, Ashley. Thanks for having me.
John, can you share more about Cristiano Ronaldo's investment in protocol?
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So off we go then.
The Netherlands promoted the philosophy of total football, and Clarence Seedorf is one of its finest exponents.
Yeah, pretty hard to find them. And the shot!
Oh iya, Daniel lebih enak bener.
Listen, the big names
Racikannya
earn their
gini.
reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt.
Dilinca,
And here we are,
diajar
early
dia.
stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Seedorf, bullish header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Yes, makasih semua.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. That is good alertness. Fofana, lovely pass, but can he get there?
Fix.
Mateus. Fofana. And it's Modric. Lovely bit of skill. Gattuso proves too strong, too smart. Clipped into space. That is ended up in no man's land.
Fix, makasih. Iya.
Alexander Pato really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Forlan touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And this is Hullet. Oh, nice touch. Gattuso. Mateus. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score.
Oh.
Now it's Martinez. That's good running with the ball. Hullet. Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Rui Costa. Zanetti. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. And he's well positioned here.
Oh.
And that is expertly dealt with. Can he get it through? And now the breakaway. He's gone for goal! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Baresi is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Very nearly half an hour gone here. He's picked his way through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass.
Seleksi.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Pato. Fofana.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the
Iya,
break.
Dani bilang
Played
enakan
back
mana
in.
sama Dembele.
Oh, Red,
Mbak,
nice
sama ya
interception.
skillnya ya. Seleksi
Not the most accurate
usianya juga
pass.
kayaknya sama ya. Cuman dia beda di
Well,
tinggi
they put it
badan
back in a
aja.
hurry. And the assistant
Apa
referee
ini?
rightly gives him offside.
Tapi yang bukan Ballon d'Or ya.
That's a
Belum
lovely
Ballon d'Or
neat
itu.
pass. Zanetti gets across to intercept that.
Yang sebelum Ballon d'Or.
Fofana. Modric. Fofana.
Iya, benar.
Fofana
Sebelah
cuts
kamu
a
bilang
frustrated
Dembele.
figure right now.
Oh,
He
ternyata
just cannot get
sama.
away.
Gol
Look, he
picture
could do with
sama.
someone else
Sama.
taking
Iya, benar.
responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan looking to pass their way through.
Iya.
Maldini cuts it out. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its
Lebih
moments,
enak ini,
and it's
dan
1-0
isiannya benar.
at the break.
Striker instinct. Ball control tinggi banget. Ini rasa flip-flop ini jadi nih.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14. Modric.
That gets things going for the second half.
Numero 18.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And here's Forlan. Stood up well to him there. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled.
Great chance! It's in!
Kamu dapat Mas Ao?
2 up now, and they are
Dapat
cruising.
Owen kah?
Lacking for neither
Emang
time
Milan
nor
mesti
space.
sejati, Bang.
It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's
Segera
terrific
bukan ya.
movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Kejam.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important
Pakai
this goal
squad
was
asik
for
masih
them. They
berharap
needed
menang
it.
ya.
Now they have it.
Ini aku.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, this is a great position. Whistle's gone, and the referee
Malam
has
gacha kalau
given
dapet.
a penalty. Milan really could have done without this. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework.
70% orang ngilang. Kena.
Terrific save by Abbiati.
Coba ambil
That has
strategi
drawn
itu dulu.
gasps of disbelief.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Milan have their second corner now. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's made its way to him. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Ini udah acara bukber guys.
Forlan. Forlan will not
Jadi
want to lose out here, not
sekali
against this opponent.
penalti nggak masuk jadi ngambek. Aneh, smart assist. Report dulu ah. Awal smart assist tuh report dulu guys, jadi biar jadi filter sama Konami. Tambah filter kayak gini-gini nih. Report otomatis suspect control. Dia kan otomatis. Enak-enakan. Balance-nya bagus banget Pato. Iya om. Nih. Ini nih racikannya Danu nih aku kasih ya. Ini lebih enak. Tadi aku awal-awal match. Nih ini lebih enak. Boosternya Striker Instinct. Isiannya nih ya. 809812 tuh udah. 809812. Ini mah apalah. Dihilangin juga boleh. Hilangin tuh tambahin akselerasi dia bisa. Oh. Cepet akselnya. Cepet. Oke, sampai ketemu nanti malam. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum. Semua Mas Danu semua terima kasih.